The gospel ultimately is an announcement. It's a proclamation of what God has done for us in Jesus. And on the one hand, it seems so simple, it's so utterly profound. Because if you think about it, so many people misunderstand that the good news of what Jesus has done is what Jesus did, not what I must do. And that's a profound shift that must occur in our minds, not only at the beginning of our lives as a Christian, but throughout our lives as a Christian, but even at the end of our lives as a Christian. The gospel, the announcement of what Jesus has done to save us from our sin, impacts us from beginning to end of our lives. And so for us here at the seminary, we don't take ourselves very seriously, frankly, and that's a good thing, but we take the gospel very seriously because that's a life or death matter for us. If we get the gospel wrong, then what am I doing here and what are you doing here? All of this, we just throw this all away because if Christianity is about what I must do to get to God, we're in a big heap of trouble. But the gospel is ultimately God himself coming in the flesh to live the life that I cannot live, to die the death for us, paying my penalty on the cross, and then raising in glory for my hope of resurrection. And so part of my goal, and part of all of our goal, is to herald, is to be a messenger of the King, who now sends us into foreign territories and says, now proclaim the good news that the King has come, and he has proclaimed freedom and liberty to those of us that are in chains. And that if you actually believe this, hear this, and trust this, you can have life of purpose and meaning and freedom forever. Who wouldn't want to hear that message? So that's all we do as heralds of the King, is we just go wherever God sends us, and we just say, Jesus is for you, and it's not about you. Just trust in him, and your life will never be the same again. To me, it's that simple, and yet that profound. That's the gospel. It's good news.